All right, hopefully we are live. I'm just gonna wait for my test stream to kick in, but yeah, we are here to open up this lovely little box of Dominaria United Boosters. Got this today, very excited. Hopefully going to end up with some legends. That would be nice if we can get up some legend cards. Hopefully some actual, decent ones. That'd be good too. But I guess we'll see. So yeah, without much further ado, might as well get into it. Yeah, can't really go wrong. It is the weekend. Haven't actually ever bought a box of collector boosters, so expecting. I don't know what I'm expecting. I have opened collector boosters before, obviously. I just kind of really wanted to open some Dominaria United ones. Yes, I know the sort of the lottery aspect of it kind of did play into it a little bit. Open a Legends card. Ooh, okay. Well, there is a box topper. I didn't realise there was box toppers. Sweet. Let's have a look. See what's in this box topper to start, shall we? This can come to one side. Yeah. And box. I mean, it might just be a known box topper. I'm not 100% sure. That is a Ramses Assassin Lord. I guess. Yeah. I've heard of Ramses. I'm not sure. I'm 100%. Yeah. I mean, it's not the strongest of legendaries, but hey, it's free. Can't really complain. So that'll go up there. I don't know how the focusing is going to work. I have got it set, but hopefully you can see all these cards. So, might as well get started on pack one. Let's hope for some awesome cards. So we're going to start off with a bird. It is a two-sided bird token. Birds on both sides. They probably planned that. Alright, so we have Geothermal Bog, nice. Charismatic Vanguard, Lightning Strike, okay. Lightning Strike in foil's pretty sweet. Orgivian Cavalier, Frost Fist Strider, Vohar Vidalian Desecrator, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Phyrexian Merfolk Wizard. I do not recall that card at all during the previews, but okay. Ooh, okay. So already we have the Magali lands. Oh, God, I love these plain. I love these. I love this treatment of the lands. Such a pretty treatment, and I'll definitely be looking forward to having some of those foils. Alright, so let's see what we get. We have Queen Alanal of Ruadak in the, I guess it's the showcase format. So this ability, very similar to Chatterfang's ability, which is kind of cool. Instead of getting a squirrel, you get 1/1 white soldier creature instead. So obviously not as good as Chatterfang, because obviously squirrels are cooler than that. A foil threats undetected. So I've heard tell that this is probably one of the least good cards in the set. I just like it because it looks a bit like Gifts Ungiven and Realms Uncharted. I'm gonna say, yeah. Iridian Maelstrom. Destroy each creature that isn't all colors. Interesting. That is a very nice piece of art as well. That's showcase board there, pretty good. Another Vohar, this time in the stained glass format. So yeah, well, I like my wizards. General Marholt Elsdragon. Gosh, what a name that is. It's a commander creature. Okay. When a creature control becomes blocked, it gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Reach creature blocking it. Wow. Is that Rampage? I can't remember the ability of that. That's pretty okay. We have Orca Siege Demon. That's a very interesting black feat. Is that That's like the hybrid frame. But I didn't realise they did the hybrid frame for creatures like this. I thought it was going to be you know, the standard legendary with the little flashes, but apparently they've gone for the sort of mix here, which is interesting. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. When it dies, deals damage equal to its power divided as you choose amongst any number of targets, which is pretty cool. Rasputin! Oh god, I love Rasputin. Rasputin's such a weird card. Rasputin the Neuromancer. This is obviously the remake of Rasputin. Put a dream counter on it for each opponent you have. Each opponent gets a 1/1 red goblin creature token. And you get to remove counters to make mana. Okay, fair enough. So that is actually a mana ability. And you get White Knight creature tokens. Fair enough. And then we have the Urborg Lurgoyf. So I had this during the preview event, and that was a pretty good beta, that one. Don't think it's particularly valuable, but nice in foil. So, alright, that was pack numero uno. Might as well go on straight on to pack number 2. Now we're obviously hoping for a moat. That would be the ideal, obviously. Probably not going to hit one. I think the chances of a Legends card in general are extremely slim. So we open a treasure token with a bird. I actually quite like my double bird then, because I didn't realise that so it's got a bird on the back. This one's a treasure bird instead of a something more normal. Okay, so Charismatic Vanguard. Impulse. Okay, interesting. That's a pretty good reprint. I think that's a pretty reprint. Contaminated Aquifer, which is amuses me just because of the things people were saying on Twitter about how many different ways can you name a polluted delta, like a water plus poison to get something. So. Destroy Evil, Coral Colony, Walking Bulwark. That's a mouthful, isn't it? And then we have a Forest again in the lovely foil. I think that's one of the benefits. These packs is you're gonna get a guaranteed foil Magali land, which yeah, they'll definitely go into decks. So it's always good. Bortuk Bone Rattle, legendary Troll Shame with Domain. That's far too wordy for me. Okay, cool. So Danitha Benalia's Hope. That is a pretty good crack there, because I think Danitha's one of my favourite characters in Magic anyway. Or at least, maybe not characters, but certainly I quite like the creature in equipment decks. So yeah. Put an aura equipment hand from your hand on the battlefield onto the battlefield attached to Danitha. Wow, that's pretty strong for 5. I mean, obviously it's a 5 mana card, so I don't know how well it'll do in limited, but yeah, as a commander, that's probably pretty neat. Robaran Mercenary. Now this is a card that I want to make a video about if it ever gets released on Magic Online. Has all activated abilities of all legendary creatures you control. That's just a neat little effect. I honestly, I don't know if you can easily break it, but I'm sure there's like an infinite loop. Guarantee you there's an infinite loop based off this. So, all right, Aaron, Benalia's Ruin. Okay, so Aaron I think was in the storyline, which would say why he is a Phyrexian human. Yes, I think he's the one that got infected and then turned into an aerial, if I remember rightly. Tall Walkie the Younger. Okay, so here we are on this. I think is this the etched foil treatment? Yeah, so reach lifelink. If another source you control will deal non-combat damage to a permanent or player, does that much damage +1 to that permanent or player instead. So that's non-combat damage. That's quite a nice little ability actually. So you want something like a Circle of Flame effects. That's pretty cool. Jedit Ojanan Mercenary. Got the commander hits in this are pretty decent. That is a mythic Mythic foil. Is that an mythic etched foil? That's pretty nice. Whenever it or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, may pay green to have a 2/2 green cat warrior creature token. I quite like that. It's nice. Rogar, Kirkkeep Overlord. Yes, and another installation in the Kobolds of Kirkkeep. That's pretty sweet. Another Robaran Mercenaries. So that's literally 2 in the same pack. This one's foil and edgeless. Is it? Yeah, so I have the foil version and the non-foil version of the same card. That's pretty cool. I like that pack. That was a very good pack. So that was pack number 2. Just keep these to one side. So we've got 12 packs. We've got like a 33% chance of opening a Legends card. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, and there's the Jeddah Cat Warrior token in foil with Sapling on the back. Interesting. Okay, so we have Aggressive Sabotage, Samite Herbalist, Juniper Order Root Weaver, Scout the Wilderness, and then we get into some of the interesting ones. So Weatherseed Treaty. This is one of the new Read Ahead sagas, which you get to start wherever you want to read, which is good. And there's Aaron Benali's Ruin in the normal printing. So he may look like my father, but the man I knew and loved is gone. So okay, so it's, yeah, that's right. It was Danitha's father. Lovely. Just yeah. Ooh, and a Braids. Gosh, that is a pretty card, especially in the stained glass printing. That is a nice card. Braids, the Risen Nightmare, slightly less unfair, I think, than the original Braids, but still could be quite a beating if you can get it down and you can exploit those abilities. So yeah, pretty good. Valiant Veteran. It's just a soldier pumper. Two-headed Hellkite. Flying Menace Haste. Gosh, and that is a lot of colours. Flying Menace Haste for a 5/5, costs 6. When it attacks, draw 2 cards. Okay, so expensive and weird cost, but could be quite good. Najal the Stormrunner. Ooh, okay, so we have another storm-related card. This could actually even potentially be the commander of my my Storm tribal deck, given that it's red and blue and is also named the Storm in it. So that could be quite good. We've got another Torwalkie. Fine. Astor, Bearer of Blades. Ah, okay, yes. This I saw this one in the previews. Equipment you control have equip 1. Vehicles you control have crew 1. Just seems like a very, very good creature for those types of decks. So yeah, pretty sweet. Danitha, Benalia's Hope. Okay, so we have another printing of that one, so that's pretty cool. Nimata Primeval. Wow, we are getting quite a lot of these showcase versions, aren't we? Nimata Primeval Warden in foil. If it would die, exile instead when you do create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Lovely. That is the end of that pack. That was a lot of showcase a lot of showcase arts there for the I mean, not all of them foil, but you know, still very nice. Very nice. Ooh. Take a 30-second break here. We're good. Just making sure. Yeah, we're live. Just making sure. I'm going to hit the start recording button on my my local end as well. If it's not going out live, then we'll we'll see. But streaming to YouTube is a lot weirder than streaming to Twitch, I have to say. It's not nearly as ergonomic, I would say. But anyway, we have a Goblin and a Soldier token. So, Molten Tributary. Crystal Grotto, okay, double lands to start. Artillery Blast. Sacred Peaks, okay, so we're just going all lands all the time. Okay, and now we get on to the card. So Relic of Legends, I think this is the one that Mr. Beavers had as a preview card. Pretty happy with that. It's I think it could be quite a strong card, that one. Obviously it is a mana rock. It costs 3, but also if you get to if you tap an untap legendary creature you control, you get a mana of any color, which pretty good, honestly. Zar Ojanen, Scion of Ifrava. Okay, yeah, so that's another domain one. A mountain. We are getting there on our lands collection. Got the 4 good ones so far. We just need an island to go. Balmor Battle Mage Captain. We have instant and sorcery do stuff. We have another mythic. Excellent. So Rith, Liberated Primeval. Flying Ward 2. Other dragons you control have Ward 2. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature or planeswalker an opponent controlled was dealt excess damage this turn, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. So I do actually need to look into what excess damage counts as, honestly, because I assume it's trample, but I assume also unblocked damage counts as excess, but I do need to look into it. Because anytime I look at the rules like that, it's like, that's going to tingle my spidey sense for interesting stuff. Activated Sleeper. I can have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, except that it's a Phyrexian, in addition to its other types. So that's pretty good. That's kind of like it's like a body double, but only activates for. I mean, it's cheaper, obviously, and black, and turns into a Phyrexian. So yeah, kind of an interesting design there, really. All right, Baird, Argivian Recruiter. So I think we had Baird in the last Dominaria set. This is a new Baird who makes white soldier creature tokens. That's pretty good. Tobias, Doomed Conqueror. I honestly did not even know this card exists. It's a commander card. Okay, fine. For each non-token creature you control that die this turn, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Pirates, more pirates. Why is it not a pirate? It's a human soldier. He's a pirate. He's obviously a pirate. I'm sorry. Okay, Maria, Scholar of Antiquity. Tap an untapped non-token artifact you control to add green, and then tap 2 untapped non-token artifacts you control to exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. No, it's not unblocked. It says you do 4 damage to a 2/2. There is 2 excess. Okay, cool. So it has to be damage that bleeds over. That's interesting. That is an interesting definition then. Ooh, okay. Full art Caves of Koilos. Do like my Pain Lands. That's a very nice card, actually. That is a very nice card. Not foil, but still very nice. Hey, and then we have King Darian, the 18th, I'm going to say. Yeah. XLV III. Obviously have to get your Roman numerals right. Living in the UK, we now have King Charles III. So King Darian the 18th has been going quite a way. Creature you control get +1. Other creature control get +1/+1. Put a +1/+1 counter on it and get a 1/1 soldier. So there's quite a nice little soldiers theme going through the whole set. So that's good. I quite like that art, actually. That's a very nice version. So okay, a third of the pack done. So far, I think probably pack 2 was the nuts. If I have to go back through, just because of just because like Jedit Ajanan. I think basically it's Jedit. I really like Jedit, especially in that format. So. Still looking for an island, which will round out our selection of lands. So that'll be good. So we have a zombie soldier, which sounds about right. Okay, so we have a Talas Lookout, a Tribute to Urborg, an Automatic Librarian, a Phyrexian Rager. Gosh, that's just a reprint, isn't it? Micromancer. Okay, Starting to get into the good stuff. So when it enters the battlefield, search your library for an instant or sorcery with mana value 1, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So that's quite good. that's a very good card. I know Scott Sivantier was pretty happy about that being a card, especially in standard as well. But yeah, I mean in lots of formats, the ability to tutor for an instant or sorcery with a particular mana value is quite impressive. So that's good. So Rona, Sheoldred's Faithful, one of the uncommon legendaries again. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, each opponent loses a life. We can cast it from the graveyard. There's Forest, so we still haven't made it. Another Rona. We have now the 2 foil versions of Rona. Okay. Ether Channeler. Get a bird, do a bounce, draw a card. Nice. So Defiler of Instinct. These are the Phyrexian Carvus, which allow you to reduce it by 1 Phyrexian mana. This is the borderless. Is this the borderless version? I can't remember the exact names, but yeah, I think where it slightly bleeds out to the sides. Whenever you cast a red permanent spell, this deals 1 damage to any target. I don't think it's as powerful as the green one. I think the green one's nuts, if I remember correctly, but it's still a decent effect. Quite like that. Wrath, Weatherlight Stalwart. I have protection from Wordy, so I'm not going to read that. General Marholt, another commander version. Again, in the this is the hybrid frame. I'm surprised they went with hybrid. Maybe that's just how it shows up best for the etched foils. But yeah, it's an interesting choice. Urtai. Oh, right, cool. Urtai Resurrected. When it enters the battlefield, choose up to 1. Counter target spell activated ability or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card. Destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. I'm wondering if no, you can't counter its own ability. That would A, that doesn't work, and B, yeah, if you counter the ability, you wouldn't draw your own card. So yes, you can't counter its own enter the battlefield ability. Just to be clear on that one. Phyrexian Human Wizard though, I'm not sure I like the very, very small text on the very, very white card. Like, you know, that's not very easy to read. Yeah, a little bit of a weird design sort of choice there, but never mind. Ooh, okay, Mythic. Another Joda. Everyone loves Jodas. And this is Joda the Unifier. So he turns everything into silver border cards. No, he doesn't. Legendary creatures you control get +X/+X, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. So, kind of like a, what's it called? Not Battle of Wits. Coat of Arms for legendary creatures. Which, yeah, very good. But whenever you cast a legendary spell from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile another legendary non-land card with lesser mana value. Like, yes, okay, I will absolutely have legendary cascades. That seems very good. So quite happy with that one. I think that's a really good pickup. And another mythic as well, Jensen Carthalion, Druid Exile. Legendary creature, human druid. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, scry 1. If that spell was all colors, get an angel. And then 5 tap, add all colors. All right, so that was that pack 5, Joda and Jensen Carthalion. I mean, yeah, 2 mythics in the same pack is, I'm going to say, pretty good. Pretty good. Nearly halfway through. This is the 6th pack, so pack 6. Still not seen any legends. I say we have obviously seen legends, but we haven't seen any legends, which is weird because I'm trying my best to get rid of all my legends cards. I've got a fair few. Not all of them are worth any money, shall we say? All right, so we have Saproling and a dragon, lovely foil token. I think that's one of the best bits about getting collector boosters is the foil tokens, to be honest. All right, Sunbathing Rootwaller. Essence Scatter, Haunted Mire, Meteorite. So you get into the interesting stuff. The Mossbeard Ancient. Joda's Codex. Phyrexians can be defeated. Yes, they can. Fire. Fire usually works. Lovely island. So now we have a selection of lands, which is always good. So now we're going to Garner Bloodfist of Keld. Whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, deals 1 damage to each opponent. Another Urtai. This is the normal art in inverted commas. The standard art. I think it's a lot easier to read like that. I'm sorry, it just is. Even though it's in tiny text, just because it has to be Phyrexian human wizard, legendary creature. So, yeah, interesting. The mana ring. Okay, cool. So, Commander Mythic. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a tapped Power Stone token. Pretty good. Okay, and then XXX tap. Look at the top X cards of your library. Put up to 2 of them into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, because the Power Stones just are good. Yeah, so the Power Stones just stick around and make artifact mana, right? So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Happy with that. Urg, Spawn of Turg. Urg is a frog beast. That art is... I'm not a fan of that art. I'm sorry. But it's another froggy... this one's not... I mean, it's not... you know, it's no Gitrog monster, but Urg, Spawn of Turg. Yeah, power equal to the number of land cards in your... Oh, just the power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. Okay. So it's another lands matters in green-black, which is fair enough. Another Torwalkie, which we've seen before. Ooh, another Mythic. Gosh, we're doing really well on Mythics. My goodness. Tetsuo Imperial Champion. Whenever it attacks, if it's equipped, choose 1. Deals damage equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to it to any target. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if he's got a sword, he deals damage equal to his sword damage to target. That's neat. Or you can cast an instance of sorcery from your hand with mana value less than or equal to the highest mana value among equipment attached to a Tetsuo without paying its mana cost. Gosh, that's a neat little design, especially I'm not 100% sure about the Grixis requirement in terms of the mana cost, but nice. I'm happy with that. Gosh, how many mythics? That's 3 mythics in this pack. Are you kidding me? All right, so we have the Lady of Ataria. I can tap dwarves, 3 dwarves I control rather than pay this spell's mana cost. And at the beginning of each end step, if a land I controlled was put into the graveyard from the battlefield this turn, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Any number of dwarf cards from among them into your hand. Put the rest on your bottom in your library in a random order. Nice. And then we finish off with Sten, Paranoid Partisan, who also does things. Nice and foily in the thing. But gosh, that pack was... so we had Lady, Tetsuo, and the Mana Rig. Just triple mythics. Can't really go wrong with triple mythics in a pack. So... I think Tetsuo is probably the best of those, so let's put Tetsuo on top. Wow, okay, halfway through. I'm happy with that. Happy with this so far. And we're about 15 minutes in. So, oh no, we're not. I've been recording for 15 minutes. We're about 29 minutes in. Good. I've been talking slightly longer than I want to for each pack, but you know what? It's fine. It's all good. Foil Ornithopter. Why are there Ornithopter tokens? What makes Ornithopters? Now I know. I want to know what makes Ornithopter tokens. Okay, we have an Ornithopter token and a soldier. Great. Okay, good. So we start with a Defiler of Flesh. So this is the black Phyrexian bit. Whenever you cast a black permanent spell, target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains menace until end of turn. All right. So we have the borderless version of that. Nice. Probably want to do it this way around, don't I? I'm not. Why change things up straight? You know, tell you what, stick it on the back. Why change things up, Max? Let's just go with standard. The standard thing I've been doing. Protect the Negotiators. If this spell was kicked, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Sure. Phoenix Chirk. Yay. Okay, cool. So the nice little red shiny spell. Phoenix Chick can't block. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, pay red to get a Phoenix Chick back. Not the strongest of Phoenixes, I don't think, but certainly one of the... I don't know. I don't want to say it's cute. I want to say it's mildly terrifying, but I guess we'll see. Another island is fantastic. So we have a Vohar. This is, I think, our 3rd Vohar, which is lovely. And Defiler of Flesh. Oh, that looks familiar. Yep. A Vidalian Hexcatcher. Okay, so flash other merfolk you control, get +1/+1. Sacrifice a merfolk to counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. I think that's quite strong in merfolk decks. I might be I might be overstating it slightly, but I'm pretty sure the ability to if somebody taps completely out and you have 1 and blue floating, yeah, seems quite good to be able to just sacrifice your merfolk to handle some spells. Ghana, I think we've already seen. Ramirez de Pietro Pillager. So, gosh, is it which version of Ramirez is it? Ramirez has died and was turned into a ghost and then has come back. So I assume this is pre-death version of Ramirez. When it enters the battlefield, you lose 2 life and create 2 treasure. And then whenever a pirate, 1 or more pirates you control deal combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. And you may cast that card. So he steals cards as well. That is like the perfect card. This is a perfect pirate, right? Obviously it's not red, but we're not on Ixalan, so. All right, Rogar, Kirkkeep Overlord in the etched foil version. Kobolds +2/+2. Whenever you cast a kobold, you can make a dragon. Whenever you cast a dragon, you get to make a kobold. Nice. Let's say dragon kobold commander there. Ramses, Assassin Lord, sure, and then the Defiler of Flesh, which we have already seen. So that pack certainly less strong. That one can go over here. That's fine. They can't all be winners. Pretty happy with the number of mythics we've got so far. I don't know necessarily what the money cards are in this set. Certainly when it comes to like the rares, but I think we're doing. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing okay. Clockwork, Drawbridge, Benlish Faithbonder, Splatter Goblin, Snare Spinner, the Love Song of Night and Day. Okay, read ahead. I honestly don't recall seeing that card name in the spoiler. That's kind of new to me. Cut Down. Destroy target creature total power and toughness 5 or less. That's a very interesting design. So that, yeah. I don't know how much. So obviously it hits 2 2s pretty well, and 3 2s and 2 3s. But anything more than that is, we're talking it's for black, so you can't be super strong. I don't know. It's an interesting. Well, it's an interesting design. I like it. Another swamp. Elas Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim. Yeah, nice form there. Oh, the World Spell. Here we go. Gosh, there's Freyalise. Good old World Spell. If you don't know what the World Spell is, then yeah. Well, the World Spell is, I think, what stopped the Ice Age. Which yeah, after the first time round, after the Golgothian Silex blew up and sent Dominaria into an Ice Age, they cast the World Spell to end the Ice Age, if I remember rightly. So yeah, good times. This is a mythic. Why is it a mythic? Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Reveal a non-saga from among them, put it into your hand, and then you can put up to. Oh right, you get to put two non-saga permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Yeah, okay, seems pretty good. Also, like, looking at the top 7 to essentially tutor a permanence out of those top 7. Yeah, quite a powerful effect for green, that one. I'm pretty happy with that. Chaotic Transformation. So it's a mini warp world. You get to exile an artifact, creature, enchantment, planeswalker, and land. It doesn't have to be your own either. For each opponent exiled this way, their controller reveals cards from the top of the library until they reveal a card that shares a card type with it. Put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. 6 mana, but, you know, could be quite strong. Zara Ojanen in the weird printing. I say the weird printing, the stained glass printing. Let's not say it's weird. Ramirez Di Pietro, Pillager. Again, we've just seen him in the previous one. Another Rogar, perfect. Ooh, Adakar Wastes in the full art. Very nice. Can't go wrong with a nice Adakar Wastes. Especially that's quite a nice quite a nice card actually. And then we have Historian's Boon. Whenever it or another non-token enchantment enters the battlefield under control, create a 1/1 soldier. Whenever the final chapter ability of a saga you control triggers, get a 4/4 angel. Nice. Gosh, the foiling works really well with the angel's wings there. Quite shiny as well. Just catches the light. I like that. Awesome. Well, doing well on our mythic count. Get our world spell back out. I don't know necessarily if all the mythics are money. Probably not. But we shall see. Because if I was slightly better prepared, I might have prepared some way of getting the card values on screen. But that feels like a lot more hassle than it's going to be worth, especially because card prices are going to change so quickly now the set's out. So we have Beast and a Bird. Jaya's Firenado. Gosh, that's just such a nice name. And I quite like the little figure there in the middle of the Firenado. That's pretty sweet. Llanowar Stalker, Viashino Branch Rider, Wooded Ridgeline. Alright, so on to the good stuff. Baird, Argivian Recruiter. I think we've seen this, but in a previous thing. If you control a creature with power greater than its base power, so if you pumped a creature you control, get a 1/1 white creature. That's quite easy to trigger. I feel like a +1/+1 counter will get you an extra soldier per turn. Seems quite good to me. I don't know. Founding the Third Path. I do not know what the Third Path is off the top of my head. I probably should look into the lore of that. But so you get an instant or sorcery with mana value 1 or 2 from your hand without paying its mana cost, and then you can mill and then get an instant sorcery from your graveyard. Copy it, you may cast the copy. Nice. Okay, Urtai Resurrected. So this is another of the Urtais. I think this is like the third different version of Urtai. Are there like 3 different versions of Urtai? I'm pretty sure we have all of the versions of Urtai now. Evolved Sleeper. This is what's it called? What's his name? The one that you get to pump by putting mana into it. But it's the Evolved Sleeper. It's the Phyrexian version of it. It turns into a Phyrexian arena at the end of it. A pumpable Phyrexian arena, essentially. Probably less good than an Phyrexian arena. I mean, it does cost black, but yeah, just a mana sink to throw mana at. Thran Portal. You get to enter the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or few other lands. It's the chosen type in addition to its other types, so it is a land gate. And mana abilities cost an extra. Okay, so to tap it for mana, it costs you an additional 1 life to activate. So it's basically a good choice, but it's also a gate as well, so all the cards that interact with gates work as well. Interesting. Queen Alanal of Ruadak, sure. Another Ramirez, another Astor. Sulphurous Springs is pretty decent. I'm happy with that. That's quite a nice full art as well. And then we have the Defiler of Dreams. Okay, so we've opened 3 of the different types of Phyrexian. This is the Phyrexian Sphinx. Whenever you cast a blue permanent spell, draw a card. Seems okay. I mean, blue's not particularly well known for its permanence. Figure of Destiny, thank you, Seth. Yes, Figure of Destiny is what I was trying to think of for the Evolved Sleeper. But yes, absolutely. Sulphur Springs, yeah. Okay, cool. So 3 packs to go. I don't know what the odds are of opening Legends at this point. Oh, like I said, I think the odds within a single box of opening a single Legends card, like not any specific one, just a single Legends card, is something like 33%. So we've got a 1 in 3 chance of opening a Legends card. I'm not sure I want to be honest, unless it's like a moat. But the third path was basically a neutral group of mages, artificers during the Brothers' War. Felden was part of it. Oh, interesting. I honestly didn't know that. I haven't ever read the Brothers' War. It's one of the things that's on my list of things to do. So yes, awesome. Thank you for that. My Unesh deck wants a Defiler of Dreams very badly. Yeah, I can imagine Sphinx Tribal wants that. That's gosh, yeah, especially mono blue Sphinxes. Yeah, I can see that. Phyrexian Espionage, Tangled Islet, Hammer Hand, a Gitu Amplifier. Alright, get into the good stuff. This is a new one for me. Lagomos, Hand of Hatred. Beginning of combat, get a 2/2 elemental with Trample and Haste. Search your library for a card, put it to your hand, then shuffle. Activate only if 5 or more creatures die this turn. Okay, so quite a tricky one to actually trigger, but kind of interesting. Okay. Valdovian Berserker. Plains. Alright, we're doing quite well on the old land count. I think we have actually got 2 of every different type of lands. That's pretty sweet. Good effort. A Najal Stormrunner. We've seen one of those. Silver Scrutiny. You may cast it as though it had flash if X is 3 or less. Draw X cards. Gosh, that's an interesting design. I quite like that. So, if you want to cast it for a huge amount, you can just you get to do it at sorcery speed. If you want to just do it at the end of somebody's turn, I think as a versatile card draw spell, that's actually quite an interesting design. Nice. Herd Migration. Domain. You get a 3/3 green beast for each basic land type. Okay. And then you can discard it to get a basic land type to gain 3. Okay, nice and versatile. 7 mana. It is a 7 mana sorcery that can at most make you, I guess, 15. It's 15 power in beasts. Najal in the Stained Art looks kind of like Nicol Bolas. It really does, doesn't it? Like the Najal, the Stormrunner. So on the stained glass front, I am extremely tempted to try and make some of these stained glass cards in 3D printing and resin. I really want to take like the planes. Let's see if I can zoom in on the planes. I really want to take like the planes, just the central logo, and use my 3D printer to print the stained glass, well, print the sun symbol essentially with the outer bit in like black filament, and then pour in different colors of resin just to get the different effects and see how that goes. I feel like that could be really awesome. So that might be my next upcoming project. Although, yeah, I still have a very long ongoing project which I'm currently working on. I've got too many projects, damn it. Too many things to do. Balmor Battle Mage Captain. God, some of the names of these cards are insane. Like, just such a mouthful. Balmor Battle Mage Captain. Yeah, I think we've seen the Bird Wizard before though. Jasmine Boreal of the 7. Don't know how many of the 7. I don't know who the other who the other 6 are, but sure. Okay, so we get to cast creature spells with no abilities. Creatures you control with no abilities can't be blocked by creatures with abilities. Okay, that is a really interesting restriction. I have to say that's why it's a commander version. Oh, Hazazon, yes, here we go, nice. Hazazon, Shaper of Sand. So Hazazon is one of the weirder legends. Like the fact that we can actually have Sand Warrior tokens now is pretty good. That was like one of the things that people were clamoring for like ages, is actual sand warrior creature tokens. Though these ones are red, green, and white. I don't necessarily know if the other ones are red, green, and white. It's details, isn't it? Yeah, Shaper of Sand. You can play desert lands from your graveyard with Desert Walk, and whenever desert end. Yeah, okay. So desert tribal there. Rivaz of the Claw. This is a Viashino Warlock which can cast dragons. whenever you cast a dragon creature spell from your graveyard, it gains when this creature dies. Okay, so he basically resurrects dragons, but once. Fair enough. And then a Valiant Veteran. I think we've seen that before. All right, so I don't know what my favourite card. I think probably Hazardon is my favourite card out of that pack. Down to the final two. So, will one of these have a Legends card in? Let's see. Gonna go for this one first. I am a terrible gambler at some, not terrible gambler, but like I play the lottery more than I probably should. So the fact that we have the ability to maybe open Legends cards was too much to ignore. That is a Bird Dragon. So we have a Battle Rage Blessing, Haunted Mire, Archivian Cavalier, another Lightning Strike. Alright, Territorial Maros. I'm still surprised that Maros still exist in the game. Maros are named obviously after Mark Rosewater. They are, in fact, if I remember rightly, the Maro or Multani Maro Sorcerer is the living soul, or whatever it's called. There's like a soul for the forest, like so. One of the forests on Dominaria. I think each forest is a. I think they're called the World Souls. I can't remember, but yeah. There you go. Little bit of trivia that I've done in the past. Knight of Dusk's Shadow. Your opponent can't gain life. Cool. Another Swamp. All right, Joyra, Aegis Innovator. Gosh, I do like these. I do like Joyra. Joyra is lovely as a character. This is a really interesting card, just because it obviously gets better as time goes on. Just ingenuity counters. You invent better and better things over time. I think that will go extremely well in, say, a Ozolith deck. Oh yeah, Greensleeves. That's right. Greensleeves is also one of the new World Souls of the Forest. Yes. Maybe we'll open a Greensleeves at some point. Who knows? Myria, Scholar of Antiquity. I think Myria was in the story, if I remember rightly. But I think we have seen that card, just in the other printings. Llanowar, Loam Speaker. At a mana of any colour, target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental, and it's still a land. Sure. We have a Rada. It's quite a nice print. I quite like that art, actually. That's I mean, still difficult. I'm still not a fan of this white on yellow, but Solkanar, who's a card in the base DMU, also used to be a Maro Sorcerer. Yes, he did. Yes, the Swamp King. Yeah, so I think one of the rounds I did in my quiz Battle of Wits once was the World Souls, and so yeah, Solkanar was one, Multani's one. Yeah, so just lots and lots of lots and lots of them on Dominaria. So got another Ramirez. The Ever-Changing Dane. Okay. So he could be anyone, anywhere, but it'll never be half. Oh, right, it's the Half Dane. Right, yeah. I think there was a card called Half Dane. At one point, sacrifice another creature. The Ever-Changing Dane. I don't know why it's apostrophe Dane as well. The Ever-Changing Dane becomes a copy of the sacrificed creature, except it has this ability. Quite a nice little effect there. Yeah, just a really interesting card. And then we get, is that another Joyra in the same pack? We have a double Joyra pack. Okay, this one is not foil, but anyway, yeah, okay, double Joyra pack. Why not? And then temporary lockdown. All right. Yeah. Each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less until it leaves the battlefield. Pretty strong effect, especially for white. Although, having said that, I wouldn't be surprised if white is exiling some of its own stuff using that effect. But we'll see. So, does anyone know what card makes Ornithopters? This is the second time I've opened an Ornithopter token, and I would like to know what card is making Ornithopters in the set. I do not recall it off the top of my head. But yeah, we have something that makes ornithopters. This is our last pack of the box, so this is the last chance we have of opening something from Legends. Let's see how we go. Talarian Terror, Tidepool Turtle, two Tuturs, Soaring Drake, and a Yavimaya Sojourner. We have a Queen Alanal of Ruadak. We've got quite a few of those. I mean, I really like the ability. It's kind of like a... I mean, it'd be better if there were squirrels, but, you know, can't all be winners. Wingmantle Chaplain. We have our Forest. A Wrath Weatherlight Stalwart, which we've seen, obviously. Temporal Firestorm. So we've got kickers white and blue. Choose up to XX creatures and planeswalkers you control. Those permanents phase out. Ah, okay. So that makes sense. So you get to... If you kick the spell, you get to save a number of things, but then it deals 5 damage to each creature and each player. That's a pretty nice design. I quite like that. As you can tell, I haven't seen a lot of these cards. I didn't pay a huge amount of attention to the preview, so I am reading them. Obsidian Obelisk enters the battlefield tapped. Add a colorless. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a multicolored spell. Probably quite a good mana rock in a multicolored deck. Though entering the battlefield tapped is interesting. I mean, obviously only to cast a multicolored spell. I would say that's still quite strong at 2 mana, but yeah. Elas Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim. I think we've seen that before. I'm not 100% sure I'm a fan of that art, but you know, it is the stained glass style. Jasmine Boreal of the Seven, again in the etched foil weird hybrid frame thing. So sure. Aye, a Squee Dubious Monarch. Haste, whenever it attacks, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token that's tapped and attacking. You can cast Squee from your graveyard by paying 3 and red and exiling 4 of the cards. So basically, escape, sort of. Squee's escaping. Very interesting one. I quite like the fact that we have a Squee back. Everyone loves Squee, so can't go wrong with that. I can't remember what the other art is like. I might have preferred that, but anyway. Hey, and there we go. Solkanar the Tainted. Gosh, that is a very nice stained glass version, actually. I quite like the art on this one. Elemental Demon. At the end of your beginning of your end step, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Draw a card. Each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Solkanar deals 3 damage to up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker. And then exile it and return to the battlefield under an opponent's control. Alright. I mean, Elemental Demon, kind of interesting. I don't know how good of a card this is. Obviously, Mythic. I think this is a Mythic which is like, you know, what am I trying to say? It's a Mythic where the ability is weird enough that it tips itself into Mythic. I think, like the good old Mythics used to be. You know, they printed the weird stuff at Mythic, and then they made Mythic good. So they've gone back to nice stuff here. And then we have to finish off, final card, a foil Shivan Reef. There we go. So, unfortunately, no Legends cards. I'm not sure I care too much about that. But it would have been nice to open one. It would have been nice to open even like a bad one, I think. But yeah, all right. So that was a good selection. We had obviously our God pack. I think was pack 5, which was the 3 mythic pack of Tetsuo, Lady of Ataria, Mana Rig. So yeah, no Legends cards unfortunately, but loads of mythics, loads of good rares. Whether it's paid for the box itself, I don't know. That's not what it was for. I just you know, I wanted to open it for a bit of enjoyment. Hopefully people had fun watching the video, and yeah, I will catch you next time. Bye for now.